Everybody, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and I apologize for my hiatus. Things have been a little crazy in Evie's world, but I'm here now and I'm going to show you guys how to do a flawless face. So basically this one's going to be mostly about skin and how to get that ready for your whatever eyeshadow you're going to be doing. So let's get started. The first thing that I do, because I have an oilier skin, I use a primer. So this guy is Rimmel, I believe it's called Fix and Perfect Foundation Primer. This is in 01 and it says smooth skin and minimizes pores, which is essentially what it does. So I'm going to get my hair up my face here so I don't have to worry about that. My super handy dandy headband. There we go. Okay, so first things first, I just take a little bit of the primer and I put it on the back of my hand. Not too much. And then I just use my fingers to work this in. Start at the middle of the face and work it in. Okay. And then the little bit that's left over for my forehead. Okay, the forehead's not my worst spot. My worst spot is really the nose and the chin area. So I always make sure I've got a good coat of that. Okay, and I just take some toilet paper and I wipe off the back of my hand because that's how I am. I'm just anal that way. So the next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to take my actual foundation and I'm using my Nearly Naked makeup. And I just put some on the back of my hand. Start out small, guys. You can always add more. And then I have got, this one is an older one. This is a Sonia Kashuk brush that I got at Target. It's just a little flat brush. It's perfect for blending. I think this guy was about $13, but not bad, and the handle's ergonomic, so it makes it nice to hold. And then I just literally, I dip the brush straight into the foundation, and then I pat some of it off. Then where I start is right in the middle of the face. And then you just follow your face. Now for me, I get those little peach fuzzies on my face, as I know some of you guys do. So when you're blending your foundation, you just want to go in the direction of whatever hairs you may have on your face. Okay, get some more here. You guys get to see all my silly makeup faces. I have a plethora of them. Daniel teases me about them all the time. Okay. So the Nearly Naked foundation really is a sheer foundation. There's nothing wrong with that. The nice thing though about this particular foundation is it's very buildable. So what that means is if you let it set just a little in between applications, you can build it up and get more of the coverage that you actually want, which is a good thing. So don't forget your neck too. I always blend. Okay, so as you can see, that gave me a decent base to start with. I'm going to let that set for just a little bit. And while that's setting, I'm going to do some concealing. And I've got my little hard candy palette here. And what I'm going to use a Real Techniques brush. And what's this one called? This one is called Pointed Foundation Brush. That's just essentially what it is. It's very flat. I like to use this one for concealing because it's smaller and it works just as well. So I'm taking my green color corrector from my little palette, and anywhere that I have redness, I'm just going to push that into the skin. So right now I had a little breakout there, so I'm just patting it in. And yes, I know it's not blended, don't freak. And I've got a little bit down here. And a little bit there. Sometimes your skin just decides to freak out, and there's not much you can do about it, except wash it and take care of it. And I did start all of this on a clean face, I forgot to mention that. Even if you do your makeup in the morning, please wash your face, because you still got all your pillow guck on there, and you don't want that. So now I'm just back to my foundation brush. It's just soft circles. Starting to work that in anywhere that you had the light. And I like to blend it out just to make sure that it's really even. And that I don't have any little weird light patches of skin. Okay, so that's blended in. Now that that's blended in, I'm just going to use the leftover of my foundation here and just go over one more time. I'm just really buffing it in. I don't want it to be streaky. I don't want it to look like I have a ton of stuff on. I'm just blending, really letting the brush do the work. Okay, now there's that. Now the next thing, whoops, dropped my brush. Oh. So the next thing that I do is I just wipe off my little pointed foundation brush and I use some of the yellow corrector in here. And what I use the yellow corrector is under my eyeballs. So some right there, some right there. And then I actually just use my fingers. Use your ring finger, it's the weakest. And just rub in until you get it covered up. And I'm doing this very lightly so I don't massacre my skin. Okay, there's that. Alright, now the last thing I take before I get into powdering is my little NYC stick. And this one I just like for under eyes in particular. I feel like it stays really well. So I'm just applying right from the little tube onto any dark circles that I may have. And then I'm just going to take the foundation brush again and just really gently work that in. I go all the way up because it makes a nice highlighter. Okay, there's one. There's two. Okay, great. And if I see anything else while I'm cleaning up, I just go ahead and tap it on over. Okay, so there's that. Now, for powder. I have another Real Techniques brush. This one is buffing brush. So it's just a nice, hard, flat surface. And then I'm just using my Revlon Nearly Naked finishing powder. And I just tap mine straight into it. Just like that. Then tap off the excess. And then start from the middle of the face and buff it in. Now, if you don't have as oily of skin as I do, you may not need to powder at all. In fact, if you have drier skin, it may make it look kind of ashy, which is not what you want. So you're just going to have to decide for your skin type what you think is going to work the best. They do make lighter powders that are almost non-existent. They look like nothing. And those are really good for people with dry skin if they just want to finish up their makeup and they want it to set. I do mine because I want a little bit extra coverage and I want it to set. I don't want it to move all day. Make sure you get around your nose because we sweat more around our nose than we know. And just keep on blending. I do a little bit extra on my forehead just to keep the shine down. Ha, that's a band. Go me. Okay. Okay, so once that's all blended, I'll let you guys see. So this stuff covered nicely. This stuff did too. When you do that little green color corrector, it really helps with giving some real color correction. I like to do it in between my layers of foundation because that way I don't feel like it shows up so much, which you really don't want to look green, so you want to blend it. Now, what I've been doing recently, I've just been using my Physicians Formula. This is Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls Light Bronze Pearl, and it's another one just like the blush that I showed you. As you guys can see, I've hit pan on it. I use it a lot. So now I'm just taking a blush brush. This one is one from MAC that I got on a really good price, and it's just a little angled blusher. And then I just load it up, tap off the excess, and then if you want to, you can grin just to find where your cheek really is. And I just blend the tar out of it. My favorite, and I think the most important word in makeup is blend. Blend, blend, blend. It's a very important step. Okay. Got it there, nice on the cheekbones. So a general rule for bronzer is you want to do it anywhere that the light hits. If you were outside actually getting tanned, which I can't do because I'm white and I burn. I look like a lobster. So once again, blendy, blendy, blend. Take a little bit more on that side. Sorry if my voice is hoarse, guys. Allergies have been kicking my butt. Okay, so then with what's really left over, I want to take some down the nose. Not a ton. You just want to blend it just to make it a little bit even. If you're going to wear your hair up, I would make sure and get the temples up here. Turn light. You can't see it. It is there, I promise, though. Okay, you got that. Okay. So that is that. Now, if you want to wear a blusher, you totally can. This is just a round little blush brush. Just get it really on the tip. Just stick to the apples of your cheeks if you've already done bronzer. That way you won't look too painted. Okay, just soft circular motion is how I do mine. Just really blend it so it doesn't look like you just stuck circles on your cheeks. Okay, so then once you have your colors on, I just go in one more time with the buffing brush. I don't even add any product. I just really buff it in and continue to blend. You don't want to go right over the top of it because that's just going to make your color go away. This is just really to marry all the products together. Okay, so get my hair down here. This is this is essentially what I do every morning for my flawless finish face. Now I will do a powder one too because I use powder mineral foundations too. They work just as well. I just wanted liquid today because I need it to stay on a little longer. So this is my just the face, nothing on the eyeballs. You can see it did a pretty good job. Cool. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I am working on videos as we speak, so we're going to have more soon. I am going to do the eye look for this. It's just going to be a simple everyday eye with a little bit of a cat eye flick because I think it just instantly jazzes up any kind of look. So that's what we're going to do next. So stay tuned. Thanks, guys. Bye.